อีก Howdy guys, how's it going? So the shelter is complete. I thought I would do just a silent build right at the beginning, but I seen this fallen tree and I just immediately thought it would make a perfect stealth camping shelter. And the beautiful thing about this is I've done it. I use my axe, but something like this could be built without any tools, and even without using the emergency space blanket. But as far as like stealth goes, that gives you like infrared protection. And I'm also going to try something new on this trip. I got 2 little clay flower pots and 2 candles, because tonight it's going to get down to 38 degrees. I just got my wool blanket, but this shelter is very insulated with these 2 giant, logs on the end. Well, I mean, it's just a tree. It's split right here. There's a great little cubby spot right here that could be used for cooking, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want to set this tree on fire. But I'll take and try to show you the inside here in a little bit, because it is a very tight spot, and like at night whenever I do go to sleep, I'll be crawling in head first, so my feet will be down here at this end, because the heel kind of slopes up that direction. But all in all, this only took me about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and just using all this deadfall and all the dead limbs and stuff that broke off of this tree whenever it did fall. So I think it turned out really good. It's extremely well hidden, and I'll take and crawl out of here and kind of give you a 360 view of it. So there's our little cubby hole entrance. That right there is a view of the top of the shelter. Moving around, we got this. I left a few little gaps right there just so that I could like see out. The only part of this that could be improved on would be this upper wall. I think I'm going to take and kind of throw some more small stuff up along top of it just to kind of break up that slanted pattern. That's not meant to do anything but help with the concealment, because with that emergency space blanket, this thing's 100% waterproof with the angle that everything's at. And then on that upper end, there's a animal bone of some kind. Okay, and then on this upper end, I just put some logs, put some debris, just to hide any light that might potentially come from them candles. But you literally can't see anything. So I think this thing turned out really good for the amount of time and effort spent on it. So I'm going to take and chill out for a second. And then tonight, whenever I take and crawl in, I'm going to take and pull my Alice pack up against the hole just to kind of help, shield it that much more. It's getting... Well, the sun's already starting to set and I need to cook food, but I want to take and attempt to bring y'all inside and show y'all what I'm going to be doing with, I packed in 2 of these flower pots, clay flower pots, and then I've got 2 candles, and, I'm sure some of you guys have seen this done before. I've never tried it, but you basically just suspend this over top of the candle heats up the clay pot and it radiates heat. So I've got 2 6-hour candles. I don't know if I'll end up needing 1 or 2, or actually I do have a 3rd candle in the bag, but I got 2 in my cargo pocket on my left side. So I'm going to take and roll these in there and crawl in and see if we can figure out how we're going to set this up. All right, boys, we are in here now, so it's very cozy to say the least. But that right there, I've got my zoom zoomed out as far as I possibly can. So what I've done was cut 2 pieces of green stick a little bit longer than the length of my candle. Right now we're just going to take and try setting up one of these. I use this upper corner, like we want it to be kind of, I guess near where our chest area is. Just get some of this very flammable stuff out of the way. Apologize if the camera works a wee bit shaky, but we'll make an indention. Get our candle and kind of go along beside it. And then I'll have to pack that in a little bit. I'm sure it'll fall again as soon as I stick this one in the ground. Should sit on top like that. Light her up. Place that on top. But I can already tell you, like right now where I got my leather jacket on, it's about 45 now. The high today was 50. The low tonight's going to be 38, like I said. And with just this leather jacket on, where this is so well enclosed, it's I'm sweating, so I'm gonna sit here for a second and let that do its thing. I might need to kind of lower it down a little bit. Like I said, never done it before, so just experimenting with it. But it's definitely, I've heard that it works great, so I'm sure with 2 of these in here in such an enclosed space, try taking, see what this is doing. I'm gonna crawl out and we're gonna cook some food. I got the MSR pocket rocket because this is a stealth camp, so no fire. Oh, well, today, or I guess I'd say this evening or tonight, however you want to look at it, it's getting ready to be dark. We've got the good old classic creamy chicken and dumpling Campbell's soup. So you could take and use like this area right here as like a vegetable. Like, I don't even know if you can see it, but like, you know, it would block the wind and you could lay on your stomach and cook it from the inside, but it's just so cramped. And since it's not breezy or anything on that log, but I don't want to risk, that right there is hygienic. I don't want to risk dumping this over because, like I said, we are on the bit of a hill. So I want to make sure this is pretty leveled out. Oh yeah, and guess what, boys? I done it again. I forgot to bring a spoon. I'm gonna have to get a spoon I can wear around my neck, but it's all good because we can just take and we can drink our soup out of the cup. Right here might be the last trip for this canister. Feels like it's getting right on the edge of empty. Pretty sight. Anytime I deal with these narrow cups, man, it makes me so nervous. Don't need any extremely high heat. And also need to go snag me a stick to stir that with. Starting to lean backwards. I'm gonna hold on to this because I'm quite hungry and this is the only food that I brought with me, so. Start off leaning downhill this way. Let me just fling that all over myself. By the way, from last video, fixed the rip in my pants. I didn't have anything exactly the same camo, but I got something as close as I had on hand, and so the rip is fixed. And hopefully this time, with it being a double-sided repair, don't have to have any more worries about it. Alrighty. That's right about where we want it. It's just starting to show some little bubbles and steam. I don't know if the steam will show up now that it's getting a little darker. Use this as a backrest. Oh, me. Oh, man. Telling you guys, if you've never tried that Campbell's chunky chicken and dumpling, oh my gosh, so good. Especially when it starts to get cool, man. You know, you can't beat soup whenever the weather's in the lower digits. I'm gonna take and finish this, and then I'll bring you guys back whenever it's time to crawl in there and get ready to hit the hay. And we'll light both of them candles. I went ahead and set up the other one, and you know, we'll take and see kind of how long it takes to, like, you know, it's not going to be like a sauna in there, but it'll at least kind of help raise the temperature, you know, maybe 5-10 degrees max, probably around 5 degrees. So, you know, if anything, it's just some ambient light and some radiant heat. Okay, so it's getting dark now. I want to go ahead and get these lit, and you know, that way I can kind of gauge how it's going to warm the place up. It does give off a really nice amber glow. And they've been lit now for about a minute, and I can already feel some heat starting to like radiate off of them. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, but there's not really a lot more that we can really talk about. I'm just going to chill out, listen to some music and probably a podcast, and then hit the hay. I woke up really early this morning, so I mean, I'm going to go to bed relatively early, and then we'll get up early, and I'll let you guys know how things went. But thanks for watching this far, and I'll talk to you guys in the morning. Well, good morning, guys. That right there was actually a pretty decent night's sleep. The little candle radiant heater things worked decently. For some reason, that one right there went out at some point after I fell asleep, because I took it, I didn't light them until right before I laid down. But this thing holds heat. This shelter held heat very well, despite the fact that we have all this open area. I think a lot of it's due to, the reflective side of this emergency space blanket. But yeah, all in all, really happy with how this one turned out, with the amount of, time and energy spent on it, and the fact that, we really didn't have to use any tools aside from, we just, knocked out a couple things a lot quicker by using the axe. But I'm gonna take and crawl out of here and get the shelter tore down and get everything packed up and head out. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't already, share the channel and the videos with your friends. Check the links in the description, my other channels. Go give them a peek and a follow, or I guess a subscribe if they interest you at all. And until the next one, guys, adios.